Hey guys, so this is Christine, your Mindset Master Doctor and Leverage for Change. And I want to come to you today, and this is not about anything, I don't have any great, like any one tip. The only thing I really want to focus on today is I noticed just in my practice how with couples, with individuals, how people, when they enter a relationship, and especially when they pass the honeymoon period, you might call it, people just have the tendency of giving up. Now, they may be in a relationship. You may be in a relationship with somebody that's really good. I mean, both of you are good people, and maybe you're also pretty good for each other as well. But sometimes I find that what I've seen is that after some people have a strange expectation or an unrealistic expectation around relationships. And when I say that, I mean they believe that that if you love each other, there shouldn't be any problems. That if you love each other, everything should be smooth. That if you love each other, that everything should just go magically. You know what I'm saying? And that is not what happens in relationships, as I'm sure we all know by now, right? So, my light. Let me put my little light on. So, what I want to kind of challenge you to do today, or to encourage you to do, especially those couples who are already in relationships, and for those who are going into relationships with a kind of false expectation of what relationships should be, I want to encourage you today to change your mindset around relationships and think of relationships instead as it's a place, a forum for you to grow. So if we were to think of a relationship as somewhere that we both grow, to be better persons individually and collectively, then I think that we would have much more success in our marriages and in our relationships these days. And that the first little thing that happens, if you don't, person just jump and say, I married the wrong person, or I didn't, I can't take this, or whatever it is. The thing is, in relationships, things are going to happen no matter how much you love each other. And if you think of it in terms of a place that you can both grow, because remember now, both parties are coming in the relationship from two different backgrounds, right? You cannot expect realistically that you're going to think alike, that you're going to understand things alike. You're going to, the same way that this person understands it is the same way that you're going to understand it. It's not going to happen. Because remember that each person came in with a different attachment style, right? Each person came in from different families. Each person maybe different ethnic backgrounds. They may have come from different countries. They may have come from different just ethnic backgrounds, like maybe they're African American, maybe they're Caucasian American, maybe they're American Indian, maybe they're from the islands. And each of that is going to have each person in those different situations. They're going to see they're going to understand everything through the lens that they experience, of the things that they experienced. Okay, so for example, say I can't come with an example right now, but everybody's going to really see things from the different lens. Somebody who's African American, they grew up in an African American family more than likely, and they did things differently. Somebody who's Caucasian American they grew up in a different family background, they did things differently. Maybe certain words that they use they're going to be different. Certain lingo that they use is going to be different. The music that they listen to is going to be different. In every single per individual, we are all different. And it's funny because even in the same families, children will have different experiences in that family, because maybe one was a little more favored than another, and so they're going to have different experiences. So they may come up with a different attachment style from everybody else in that family, So we have to take each other as individuals and realize that everything that each person comes with in a relationship is going to be different, and there are going to be challenges of how we interpret things and how we go about doing things. And so this is a prime, a place for us to learn and grow. It is a place for us to learn how to compromise. It is a place for us to learn new cultural things from different cultures, right? It's a place, one person is going to introduce you to their culture, then you have to now kind of learn from that. If you're willing, if you come into this thing with with a relationship mindset, a mindset that says that relationships are meant for you to grow, then you're going to come in with a different mindset, and you're going to be able to understand. And what, communication is going to be so important with this, because what will happen is that someone will do something and the other person does not understand, or they may just immediately interpret it from their lens of their experiences that they've had, right? But the other person was, what they said and meant was, what they meant was something totally different. So if there is a kind of a pull and push toward in this area, then the best thing to do is to sit down and say, you said this, can you explain to me what you meant? Because maybe I'm just understanding it from a different perspective, and I just want to know what it is that you meant, so that we're on the same page, right? So that is why it is so important for communication in relationships, and patience. From the perspective of relationships are meant for you to grow, you're going to learn patience, because if you love this person and you are going to be learning about this person, what it is that pushes their buttons, and you're going to hopefully try not to push them, right? And so you're going to be, it's a place to learn new things. The other person should also be able to, you kind of sharpen each other. So one person is good in one area, the other person is good in another area, and you show each other how to balance that relationship. In a relationship, you don't have to have everything in common. As a matter of fact, it would be really boring if you were to have everything in common. But you have to have some commonalities so that you can at least share those experiences together. But then there are other differences that you'll have that you want to be able to, the other person hopefully will also be open to learning something new. That's where in your needs and the need for uncertainty comes in. When one person is able to show you, okay, maybe there's somebody who likes to surf, or maybe they like to hike and you didn't, then if you join them in that experience as well, or then you will also get that benefit of learning something new, and it's on the uncertainty that comes with learning something new. So guys, I encourage you today to really look at relationships. Once you have, I'm not saying that you should stay in a bad relationship for you. I'm not saying that. But I'm hoping that you'll do your homework way at the beginning, so that once you're in one and you really feel that this is a person for you, that you just don't give up at the first quarrel or the first difference or the first kind of a whatever bad communication that you have, right? Once you check out, the first thing that you check out is your values have to be aligned, right? Make sure you're on the same page as to what you want for your family, for your future. Do you want children? I can't tell you the amount of relationships that were good and they thought it would work, and maybe one person who wanted children and the thing is, sometimes guys, the other thing I want to tell you is this: when somebody tells you something, believe them. For example, somebody will tell one person, maybe the male will tell the female, I don't want children. But the female believes that somehow when time passes, he'll change his mind. or the other way around, vice versa. And so they go into this thing now believing they're going to change this person. You cannot change someone else. You can only change yourself. So now they've invested years and years and years and probably got married. And then now one person does not want children and the other one wants to have a whole big old family, right? So guys, make sure you ask these questions and be clear on these questions at the beginning. And don't look at what you think you can change anybody to believe. You can't do it. Look at it as it is. When someone tells you something, believe them. And when somebody shows you something, believe them also. So guys, I hope that I've shed some light, and I hope that I've encouraged somebody, if it's even one person that I've encouraged, to kind of like just realize that relationships can be seen and experienced from the mindset of growth versus the mindset I see that many people have nowadays, and that relationships are supposed to be all perfect and great, and if you love each other everything should be fine and go smoothly and all that kind of stuff. That is not true. That is not the reality. So I hope that I kind of shed some light on that and opened up some thought processes there. And I'm going to leave you guys now. My name is Christine. I'm your Mindset Master Doctor and Leverage for Change. And if you found some value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you can get some kind of a notification that I have something new that's up there for you to look at. So guys, also I have my website below in the description below somewhere. If you want to work with me, I work with couples, I work with individuals around relationships, families around relationships, teenagers, whatever it might be around relationships, and family relationships, couples relationships, whatever it is. My focus is on relationships, and also changing your mindset around certain beliefs, limiting beliefs that causes us to really get stuck in certain areas. So guys, take care and have a great day, and thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.